Okay, so my first poem is one kind of about personal identity and heritage, because there's a thing that goes around about mixed kids is you're always trying to overcompensate one way or the other depending on where you grow up. I'm always trying to compensate for my non-whiteness, because why not? It's called Cultural Object Permanence. When you do not seem your race, it's tricky to see things clearly. On house forms where my British is a 1 and mine is a 7. I didn't realise I qualified for a / until I was 11. I signed for my first library card. They tell us not to long for boxes. Mine is a perfectly formed 4 walls, marked white, British, / Asian, mixed other. I don't identify as white. And it's not because a lot of white people don't like to. It's not because we've done shitty things. It's because I'm not. I'm not trying to be complex or exotic. I'm not trying to be a fad or to be equated to your Joy Division t-shirt in Japanese. Maybe I don't identify because I'm not, or because I'm both, or because I'm sorry I look Western on the outside. Maybe because it takes explaining when people ask, where are you from? And I say, here. And they say, but where are you really from? And because there are journeys to track in my body, in a map that spans specific waves travelled under my skin. Sorry there's a lack of melanin, not enough to explain to you. I'm only trying to learn to keep track of my grandparents from the Philippines to the States, to fix the bones of people they had to adopt new tongues for, to bring their kids up in white neighbourhoods and gated communities, in the wilds of a beige New Jersey where they get new names like Cookie in the hallway. They didn't get to do any explaining. They knew their limbs got tan in the summer, the bridges of their noses were less prominent. I'm bad at tanning, but I still have their hair. Maybe my Lola would be upset that I'm not good at maths. I'm not going to fix anyone's bones anytime soon. I can spot a racial assumption a mile off. Because you're pretty tall for an Asian girl, aren't you? And you look white, but you don't look white. I don't identify because I'm not. There are parts of myself that are not alike. Thank you. Maybe everybody I've met this week just because it's so fun, but because my grandparents are surgeons. My grandma, she's still practicing, she's about 70, she's still allowed to like stick needles in people and stuff, it's mental. But one thing I learned this week is you should own a corkscrew, because I stabbed my hand with a knife trying to open a plastic corked wine bottle and it was very stupid. And then I got to the doctors and they didn't have any plasters and it was just ridiculous. That story, because I try not to explain this poem too much because it doesn't make much sense, but that's okay. So it goes like this. My God, home was in you then, and all the times we thought we were important, I thought were blue. Because we were so blue in this light, and rain was so blue in this light, and you were so blue in this light, but how old were we 5 years ago, and when did I grow into this, and whose bones are these? And swimming feet in blue, find a knuckle in blue, and planted feet in blue, and growing, and roots, and roots, and roots. And in London, grey as ever, missing blue in winter. Be the sky on the northern line to gold as green. In the parts where we get out the dark tubes, we forgot we were in a city. In London, grey as ever, on the black line on the map, that take us out of the dark tunnels, still grey, but darker grey. We forgot we were in a city, we were tunnelling out, rolled over in cement, forgive me for forgetting, your scaffold cement and copper wire sparks through the darkened tunnels. Skyline on the other sides, to grey, to more grey, to more grey. Feet the pavement like it knows you, feet beat the pavement like you hate it, beat the pavement like it knows you. Grey and rain puddle echo, catch me, concrete catch me, hand me over for when I'm not. Thank you.